Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Peter. In this video I'll be teaching you how to create this design using your smartphone. Alright, if you're just joining me for the first time, hit the subscribe button, put on the post notification bell so you get notified whenever I post the video here on YouTube. Alright, so without any further ado, let's go straight to the tutorial. I have every of my assets brought in Pixellab, and I don't want this tutorial to take be very long, so I will just have to probably bring in this one. I brought the original one. Alright, so you can just help me as a guide. I'll also be sending you the original design. So the first thing first, which I did first, was to bring in my models. So I came to and I desaturated it a bit. I think for this one I can just increase the saturation a bit. This the one I'm putting on the front. The rest I should just let me just leave it at -5. The rest I left it at minus 10. Alright, so I'll be bringing this one. I'll be sending this one to the back. The reason I'm sending it to the back, just to use it as a guide. I don't want my images to be too big and too small, so I have them here. I'll just position it and I'll lock it. Alright, so it's not compulsory you use my I might use the way I'm doing here. You notice that the lady there is kind of saturated and this one is a bit desaturated, so I was contemplating in the original design either using this or this as the front model. So I got this image on Pinterest. If you need it, so okay, it will be in the description of this particular video. So I think the size was increased a bit. Okay, alright, so I will get rid of that also. Then the last model, I'm just going to move it to the back. So get rid of everything here. So I'm just going to increase this one too. So it's because I don't want to spend time trying to get the exact position. That's why I'm just doing this. So forget that the image is not actually looking sharp. So I'll get rid of this. So originally what I did was this one. I just came to color. No, not color first. So we'll come to remove color, erase color. Alright, so we get rid of the white, you get it, as well as increase the tolerance to 20. Alright, by the way, if you want to improve your graphic design skill or just starting from the scratch, you can get my course. It is self-paced, well prepared for beginners. The video link is in the is in the video description. Yeah, these are some designs which I did sometimes back, and also you can. So this is the course file. You see, it has so many audiobooks. Birthday design special. This is a course on its own on birthday design. I sell it to it. Currently sell it at 5,000, but so this is introduction to graphic design, the principles of design. There are so many of them. So it is the important graphic design principle. This is why I talked about the size and things to pay good attention to. The text size, and is how to use background, and these are image enhancements tutorials, how to enhance image before you design the Pixellab. Now this is a particular session on IBX Paint tutorials. So we have birthday designs. So in most of this we have this is just having just one lesson, introduction to IBX Paint and product manipulation. This is having about 4 lessons. So you can, once you get the course, it is self-paced. Just save up and do well to chat me up. So let's go back to our tutorial. Alright, so let me just put off my data connection. So once I've done this, I'll just come in and apply color to it. So however, I choose this time to apply a gradient of, it's the gradient that I used was just, if just come here and maybe you can use this anyway, or you can use, you can just toggle it, or you can toggle it. Alright, so for this side, make sure this is selected and just come here, and this is the background I'm using. Okay, so I just came here and selected. Then this other side, I just came also to my background and alright, so something like this. That's how I care about it. It's not that difficult. But however, I just have to get rid of this, and I already have one I saved already. So we will come back here. Let's see who started the record. I'll just preview this. So relative size and send it to the back. So I will lock this up. So bring in this one. Okay, it goes to relative size, increase the size. Okay, so I will also send it to the back. Okay, so we just come here and move it to the front of this. What I'm doing is not difficult. All I'm just doing is selecting every of my image, and also okay, I'm going to do this one, same thing to this one. I'll come to relative size and I'm just adjusting it to my canvas. Now if you don't know the image size I'm using for this design, now what I is just doing is that it's giving this side a particular kind of feel different from this side. So the image size of this design is 1080 1350. 1080 1350. This is Instagram portrait size 4:5. So you can leave this there. Anyway, just set it any way you want, but for this let me just position it here. So I can now, I think that's, let me bring in the original image. That's literally everything there. So my text, I already have them in here. I already brought my text. I saved them as a page so that I won't take long with this tutorial. So this is one of the texts. So this is for the date. The original design you're seeing, it was 007 that was there. Actually, I just thought of just using the date. So instead of 007, you see 17. So I'm going to show you how I did that in a bit. So the current text is 7. Okay, let's use 720. I don't want to go back. So I'm just going to add a bit of padding to it because I also make it equal. Okay, now yes, alright, same thing is within. So I'll come to both sides, I'll make it italics. Okay, now I'll come to font, I just Montserrat extra bold. Alright, so I came to color. Okay, mine is still saved, and I just toggle that to the head and you click on OK. I don't want to, that's why. Right, so it's this same thing as that. So you notice it has disappeared, something like this. Now once I click it again, to be appearing twice, and some of these color palettes I need them. So then the next thing is you come to stroke. You apply stroke, then the stroke color should be white. Alright, so you can choose to reduce the stroke size and also come to opacity and reduce the size, the opacity. So that's how came about that one. So the next one, which may appear difficult to you, is the lovely words something like that. Words Wrestling Day. Alright, so I came. Alright, so change this to Montserrat. The font I've been stuck with. Okay, I use it for this design anyway. I'm not kind of stuck with it. You can use Montserrat extra bold or Montserrat black, I think, or anyone. So come to curve, just increase the curve. Alright, so and also I came to this guy, line spacing. I gave it a bit of line spacing, probably that is okay. So, and I just come to relative size, and I don't know if I'm doing it in a way you can understand. Just quickly go back to the tutorial. So this design, saying if you want to improve your skills, you can just get my course anyway. So it is prepared, the Google Drive file, those are the course files. It is downloadable. It is 100% downloadable. Just copy this and I'll come here and I'll just rotate it this way. Alright, so I can now position alright, so we'll just also this one here, and so now that this is done, just use your eyes to go through them. You can just come here and merge. So the dates and everything, if you notice this one here, there was right up, so 7th October. You can just do that one manually, or just write it 7th October and put it there, reduce the size and put it there. Just put this somewhere around here, reduce the size. And also get your 7th October, make that a bit bold. If you want me to do that, I think, let me just write, let me write 7th October 2025. Alright, so and also the same Montserrat, you can use extra bold anyway, or you can use black. Alright, this time for my alignment, it is center alignment. Alright, so just reduce the size. Okay, and okay, so you can reduce the line spacing if you feel it's too much. Okay, so we have that there. However, I don't have. We have that. That's how you get that one. Then I don't like stressing myself too much, so I brought in help. So this one is going to stay at this position. Yep. Just show those people that don't know how to do that stuff, how to do it. So I came about also with my birthday wish. Let me get rid of this. The birthday wish is, you can see it. Alright, so I will just, all I just need to do is, now I intentionally made it to be at the back because the person design which I use as source of inspiration, which is Nana Multimedia, that's how he did his design. So I've seen that style a while, so that's why I just decided to recreate the same design using that same pattern. Yeah, this is my design. No, it's not this. Oh, times can be funny when designers replicate other people's work. So this is not replication, this is a creation. So let me send this to the front, also this to the front. Okay, so I can now bring in my model. All right, so the next thing is just come to draw, you just come to this and just choose one of the side of your. All right, so we can just increase the blur. Now increase the pen size. They just brush. Okay, so that's where we came about that guy. Okay, so hopefully I'll be sending you also the PNG of the one I used. Before I forget, so bring it here. Now we'll look at the original image. This should be here. It was kind of darker, so I'll come to this, select this, then bring it somehow dark. Alright, so we have this here. We can now send this to the back of the model at the front. So we'll lock it. So we used this. I think it's a bit darker. Alright, this. So without came here, come to draw the pen size, increase the blur radius, select this one, just tap on it till you can tap about twice or anyone. So I'm just trying to create a shadow. Now you can come to relative color, reduce the saturation, brightness of it. Now the reason I'm not using color black is that shadows are not actually black. The lady is actually standing on a platform, so our shadow is going to will be the same color of that same platform. Alright, so I don't want it to be too sharp. You can reduce it to about 75. I think this is wonderful. This is lovely. So we have this guy here, and that's representing the shadow of our model. I actually feel this is kind of loud, so I will just make it at 70, or I can just take it down a bit. Still take it down a bit. Maybe before I just go up, I'll show you the original one, the design I made. I don't want to be too loud, drawing too much attention, something like that. So that's the next thing is the name of our model, and also remember to bring in that 007 that I came out with. Then so send it to the front and bring in the name of the lady. The font I used was Auto Rose name. Okay, same thing apply here. The padding will be increased. Alright, so font, then orthography. So I'll use for the sake of alignment, and this guy. Okay. Alright, we have this guy waiting already. So lock this, bring in this one, just duplicate it, then just write happy birthday, right? Happy birthday. So we can do this guy here, change the font to font recent. So I think Montserrat extra bold would be nice. Then we can I actually thought I locked this up. So just make sure you lock your design up whenever you're working. So the next thing is just come here and change the color of these to, you can use this yellow, just brighten it up. Alright, so the alignments should also be the center alignment. So regardless, it should be alright, should be somewhere around there. Okay, you can leave it this way, but however I just feel you can actually reduce the line spacing. Oh, not this. Okay, and send this. So just leave that guy here. Alright, we're practically done, but I just feel this shadow is kind of a bit loud. So on the darker background, make your shadow a bit darker. Alright, so I'm saving it. I'm not even using ultra because when I take it to this guy, let's just look at this one I did. Okay, now look at my shadow, the opacity 85, and let's look at the color. Right, so the opacity, overall opacity of this shadow, this one on the feet, you can also do it like this. You can do it like this. This guy, you can do it like this. Just position it. Then I reduce the saturation to the opacity to about 45, and let me save my image again. So it's going to save. Let me go straight to Lightroom. Now using Adobe Lightroom, I'm going to use it to enhance the overall image. That's why we adding the sharpening and the lights. Okay, let my voice be a bit loud. So again, if you want to follow your skill, please do well to get my course. Alright, so the first thing I'll be doing is I'll come to edit, come to lights, I will add contrast to it. No, not the highlights. I'm not touching my highlights. So the shadows, I'll bring in the shadows, I'll pop them up a bit. Also the blacks, of just the dark areas of the design, I'm bringing them, brightening them up a bit. So I think 30 for the contrast is okay. So that is okay for the contrast. Now the color, I would have wanted, I didn't add anything on color mix or grading. So vibrance, just popping up bits. Saturation, just leave like that. The effects, clarity, intensity, texture, that won't be too much because just observe what you have in there. So these, so within the range of, so green I had it about, I think because the image wasn't really that clear, so that's why I didn't add too much. I think I added about 5. The details is where I added sharp. Now you have to be careful whenever you are adding sharp into your, let me just make 100. Okay, I can use this figure. It's quite okay. So I've already added this thing to it. We've added so sometimes I come to use apply. So let me just get rid of this. So this is what we have. So let me just get rid of this. So this is what we have. Alright, so I can come here and I can save to my image. Alright, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. So this is all we have. Let's see the previous one. Just hopefully we did match everything. So this is this one, and this is the previous one. Alright, see you in the next video.